Today is the very first day of public transport after the 42 days of lockdown. Now, these 42 days ended right on 30th of July and they were wrapped up with a presidential address where he gave guidelines on various sectors. Okay, so for transport specifically, he said public transport should resume, but carrying 50% of the capacity of the passenger vans. And so, following also strictly the guidelines given by the Ministry of Health about all the SOPs. So you have to sanitize the passengers and every passenger should have a mask on. And you guys, I left home late, being the very first day. I didn't want to leave home as early because I was like, no, everyone maybe is yearning to go to town. So maybe there's going to be a rush hour or traffic jam and all that. I'm leaving home right now. It's about 20 minutes to 2 p.m. But the traffic is crazy. And every time when there is traffic, you get bored in the taxi. You can't pull out your phone because of maybe someone may snatch it. So all you do is look at other people. And what I've noticed is that drivers are gloomy, most especially those in private cars. Meanwhile, those one in public transports are they are not rude as usual. Today they are quite welcoming, but not very excited like before. What is not happening in Uganda? But nevertheless, we thank God. At least for starters, this is happening. We can go into Kampala. Kampala has been cold, like we couldn't tell it was a capital city. But thank God. Now the borders are back at it again. They're allowed to carry only one passenger and with a mask. The carrier and the one being carried should have a mask at least. Now, likewise, the downtown businesses were also opened. I mean the arcades. Remember, the malls were open all through the lockdown, but the arcades were closed, and arcades are mostly downtown. So they were also open and given also specific instructions like observing the SOPs. You have to sanitize people before they enter, check their temperatures and all that. But one thing I've seen today in Kampala, business is not as usual. Business is not as usual. Yeah, the busiest points in Kampala right now, even after opening, the busiest points in Kampala are under construction. For example, the busiest point downtown Kampala is Owino, and the second one is Chikubo. But on opening, it's when the construction of, I hear, rehabilitation of the roads or something is happening. So traders cannot do their businesses freely as usual. But we thank God they can open and a few customers can get what they want. Okay, but still, like I told you, business is not smooth and usual. And another thing, a bad thing I've seen, Kampala, shops are closing like crazy. While others are thriving, others are closing like crazy. There is a building I've just entered, and I will not disclose to you the name of this building, but the entire first floor, I've only seen one shop. The first floor normally has like 50 shops, but it's only one shop open, and I think it's kind of a salon or something like that. Oh my God, it is tough. This is because landlords want their money. They want the traders to pay the rent for the period of lockdown, which they disagree with. They're like, we were at home, we were not working. What are we going to do? So this is what is happening in Kampala. Businesses are closing like crazy. Oh my goodness. Now for me, I didn't come specifically to do anything in Kampala, but to see what is happening. But on my neighbor, knowing that when my neighbor got to know that I was going to Kampala, she sent me for some things. And so I'm going to Chikubo to pick for her some things. And this is what she wants. Right from Chikubo, she's given me an opportunity to check and what is happening in other arcades. So I'm going there also to pick her braids and all that. But business is not as usual. People are not jolly as usual. People are not very free as usual. Where I was, police was everywhere, even the army. They were ensuring that people are safe. Everyone should have a mask. Should they see you put your mask down? That was, they come and talk to you if you insist. They do the needful. Kampala. Of course, you know one thing that will never leave Kampala, the borders. They are back to work. They are back to work. And I guess they're not the happiest, but they are happy. At least they are happy. Because of the rush hour, many people are rushing to borders. Okay? So, they are doing well. And what is Kampala without borders? I don't know what Kampala will ever be without borders. Honestly, I've never seen this city without borders, except in lockdown. This is what I've seen in Kampala on this very first day.